Hi, everyone. My name is Timothy, and I'm a statistician. I work as a data analyst. Here is my name, my email, if you have any need to contact me. And here is my corporate outlook. The email is here. The phone number is available on WhatsApp. All right. So you can contact me for further trainings on Excel, Microsoft Access, Power BI, R, Python, SPSS, of course, we're starting today, P-Info, Python, I've said that earlier, and so on, GraphPad Prism, and so on for your surveys, your researches. I'm just a WhatsApp chat away. All right. Okay. So if you are, of course, you are listening to this video, and I'm assuming you would have these four documents. All right, these four documents. So that's at least what we'll be starting with. All right. Okay. So let's go. Let's start. All right. So this is SPSS Intermediate Training. All right. Yeah, I've said that before. By myself, what are we going to be learning? You have five lessons, five great lessons. First one, introduction to SPSS. So we are assuming you are a learner, you are just seeing SPSS for the first time. So you're learning SPSS interface, data entry questionnaires, exporting data, merging files. Then lesson two, overview to statistical procedures. All right. Types of data, exploratory data analysis, descriptive data analysis, and data visualization. Then lesson three, we'll be learning data management. How do you manipulate your data to suit your purpose? So split file, select cases, compute variable, visual binning. Lesson four, data analysis. Yeah. So we examine the t-tests. There are three types of t-tests, one sample, and so on. ANOVA, one way and two way ANOVA. Um, correlation analysis, we're looking at Spearman and Pearson correlation, then regression analysis. Okay, so after everything, how do you present your analysis? That's what we'll be covering in chapter 5. How to copy, if you're going to copy and paste, if you're going to export as a particular file or not. All right, so other benefits of for subscribing to this training is you have several case study exercises. All right. So even after now, after you're done with your training, it's still available for you. You have access to some of case studies. Then you can also contact us for further trainings on every topic and analytic on any analytic platforms. All right. Whether you are a medical practitioner, a business person, a psychologist, an engineer, I have data to analyze. Just let me know. All right. So this is what we're covering in this intermediate module, and this is SPSS. All right. So this is what SPSS looks like. Yeah. So I'm working with SPSS version 25. Well, I think there's 26, but I think 25 is still much, much very current. If you need help with the software, you can let me know. All right, you can let me know. Just inbox me and we'll work it out. All right, so now when you open your SPSS, the icon looks like this. Let me check. SPSS. Okay. IBM SPSS. Oh, yeah, yeah. So after installing, this is what you have. All right. This is what you have. Then you just To open it every time, just pick on IBM SPSS statistics 25. So if you have it in your taskbar, it will always be here. And it looks like this. All right. So now this is SPSS more like any other window. You have the normal options, the normal menu, file, edit, view. Then here it becomes strange. Data transform, analyze, graphs, utilities, expansion, and so on. All right, so now first of all, I want to introduce you to the windows or to the different views of yeah, different views of SPSS. Now here in this data editor, this is the variable view, and we have the data view. The variable view, we have the data view. The variable view, we have the data view. All right, so I want to get something straight. Every time you are dealing with data, yeah, most likely dealing with a table. All right, so um, in SPSS, the variable view is where you configure your table. You specify what type of data it is and so on. So after the specification for all of the variables, you come to data view. So um, fill in your data here. So you have variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, and so on. All right. So now let's get to business. I would just quickly do something very, very small so that you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to create a two variable data. That's I'm having two columns in my data. So a variable is column wise. Yeah, so this var is a variable. This var should be a variable var. They are still empty. Then these are cases, case one, case two, case three. All right. So um all right, so I want to create um, two variables, a data set containing two variables, just two variables. And the first variable is sex. All right. Now, okay, yeah, let me just say it here. There are protocols, there are rules to entering name of your variable. You can start with a number. You can't start with a number. You can't start with a space. You can't use special characters. If you're using two words, say sex of pupil, you're using two or more words, you can't have spaces in between. All right, if I move away from here, you see what happens. Imagine variable name contains an illegal character. So it has to be just a word, sex. But if you have to make it two, then make it have sex underscore pupil. Okay, so that's more acceptable. SPSS accepts that. All right. Okay. All right. So type, I'll leave it as numeric. Width, I'll leave it this way for now, just to see, so you can see what it actually means. So I'm telling you that what the variable view is about. All right, label. So here I can express myself instead of saying sex pupil. You know, someone who is not used to this data will not really understand, might not understand what sex pupil mean. So sex of pupils. Yeah. So values is where I specify what I'll be entering for my data. So here I want to say one for male and two for female and add. Then okay. All right, we'll still treat this in detail, but you just have to see what is the nominal data. We'll get there. Now the second variable, all right, so before I go to the second variable, I've not even clicked save. But if I come to data view, here I have sex pupil. sex pupil. Now my L is below. It's not that neat, so I can come here, come to columns. Instead of having 8 points, I can make it 10. 10. Yeah. All right. Now I can save. Go to save. Let me just save on my desktop. All right. Lesson 101. All right. Okay. All right. So I need to come back here. Now I have sex. Okay, because I've changed the width of this column to 10. If you can see clearly, you see that this column is wider than every other column because others are still on the default column width of 8, while I have changed this to 10. All right, so if I should hover my mouse on this, I have name, sex, label, sex of pupils, and other information. All right, so I want to fill in the other one. Of course, yeah. So okay, so here I'm putting height. Yeah, I want a variable for height. Yeah, height is also a continuous variable, so I'll just say height of pupil. Height of pupil. All right. So here, because it's a continuous variable, it does not have. At least we are not categorizing it to either short or tall. No, just they are just entering the height. All right. So here it's a scale variable because it's a measurement. We would leave others that way. So here I have sex of pupil and I have my height. So to enter for this person, the person is male. So I won't write male because I've said 1 indicates male and 2 indicates female. All right. So if I come here, value labels, I have male, female. When I click it back, I have my numbers. So height is say, well, I don't know about height, so let's just say in inches, 32, 35, and okay, let me just do for say 12. So male, female, male, female, female. All right. Okay, 15 male. All right. Am I biased? I don't know. All right. 30 inches. Okay, 20. 20 inches, not short. All right, let me increase others. 46, 45, 38. Okay, if they are really short, that means they are nursery pupils. 43, 45, 39, 65. Oh, no, 65 is too much. That's more than. So basically, this is one of the ways to enter data in SPSS. You can just enter it that way. Okay, so outlier 53. All right, so that's the end. Save. So once it's saved, we are fine. So here we safely, quickly have our data sets in SPSS. Remember, we configured our data with the variable view. So let me put height. Oh, okay, I did height, height of pupils in inches. All right. Then it's important to make this a proper sentence, at least in sentence case, because this is what your output will bring. All right. Okay. So in this short video, we've been able to know at least about two views of SPSS. We have variable view and we have the data view. That's just for the data editor. And we said in the variable view, we configure our variables. We configure the data sets, all the variables in the data set. Then in the data view, this is where we do the raw data entry. All right, so this looks all daily too. Sorry, I just can't take my eyes away. Because for we can have 1.06 of people, we can have 2 points. So the zero is actually not doing anything there. So I will just remove the decimals and make it zero. All right, sorry if I'm rushing you. But okay, so can you try to work on this? Always remember to save. I've had bad experiences with not saving or not saving appropriately. You don't want to have that. That's very nasty. All right, so this is what we'll stop for first lesson in SPSS. Thank you and God bless you.